Hi everyone, welcome back. Do something a bit different today. See, I've sort of masked the sheet into a big long panoramic view, and this is just going to be as simple as you can get, to be honest. Just horizon line, around there, and then it's just going to be a little Venice-y type scene. Well, the Venice scene, not the types, the Venice type scene. Just roughly drawn. Don't get bogged down in detail, so I want this painting to be complete in about 15-20 minutes. Well, depends on the drying time. But if it takes a while to dry, I'll just knock the camera off. As I said before, it's literally watching paint dry. Right, will do. Normal palette. A couple of blues, French ultramarine, cobalt, brown madder, bit of turquoise, bit of yellow ochre, and whatever's on my palette. The drawing's done, that took about a minute. Probably spend more time getting my paints out. Probably in the way doing all this, but doesn't matter. What else do we need? Bit of red. Bit of turquoisey and we're good to go, I think. I'll just squeeze some paints out there, which I'll show you now. There's my palette. So that's my two, so my cobalt, ultramarine, brown madder. That's I won't be using them. I might go into them. Yellow ochre, turquoise, and a big mop brush. And I'm going to go into my dried up paint. Just want like a grey. I've got a bigger brush than this, but it does make a mess. But it does cover the paper in a short time. And cleaning the palette while we're at it as well. Get a nice broken edge for the bottom. Just delete some of that. Oops. I'll do. Leave them white bits. And I think we'll go a bit clear there. Leave a gap. Like that. And if I get some, well, I'll have to be careful with these drips because the board's at an angle as well. That's the first wash done. So all the time will be spent waiting for that to dry a bit. So I'll probably turn the camera off in a minute for 5 minutes. Go a bit purpley down there. More blue. And just, yeah, I'll just dot again. I'm just gonna, I thought that was the top bit then. Just gonna leave that now. What I might do is just get a bit bit of red. Just a bit of red. Small brush. So that big brush is handy for covering the paper. I don't want any of that dripping. So when I turn the camera off in a minute, all I'll be doing, that was just straight into that brown matter. A bit of something going on up there. I'm just going to darken that foreground a bit because, as we know, everything dries lighter. Oops, a bit red that. Okay, nice little bit of sparkle there. So I'm just going to turn the camera off, and all I'll be doing is mopping these feet up. When I feel as if they're not going to drip anymore, I'll stop. I'll be back in 5 minutes, but you'll be back straight away for the video. See you in a bit. I've only left that a couple of minutes. You'll probably still see the drips. So now, you get a bigger brush. 2 little Chinese calligraphy brushes. And I'm just going to create a purple, which is just from brown madder and one of my blues, cobalts. I'll be adding the other blue in and other bits of stuff. And all I'm going to do here, that's got a big grey, that nice grey, is just have a look at the edges you're going to get. See, just tell it's still wet because you're getting no defined edge, which I'm not overly fussy about at the moment. And with the board being at an angle, all going to help because this is dry. That's just bare paper now. I probably am a bit too early here, but so I'll just put in the main shapes. So all we're doing is colouring in, and I'm going to leave the most important bit, the dome bit, to dry off a bit. Just getting a grey. I've done a purple. I've just put a bit of me turquoise into that purple. Being a bit darker actually. So this grey is just cobalt, brown madder and turquoise. Saying look, the gravity's painting this painting, not me. But I don't want these edges to dry. Don't mind these blurred bits. I just don't want. Ooh, nearly lost that then. Believe it or not, I'm taking too much time here. I always leave little white bits. These are nearly drying. Bigger brush. Oh, paint on my brush. So we can go a bit thicker now. Need to get some sort of the same colour. I'll start with these stacks here. Don't normally start from left to right because I get in the way. But as you can see, thicker paint and it's drying, so you're not getting the blurred edges that we had before. I don't want that to dry. And any concernable detail, I just want to reserve for these important bits. As you can see, I've done nothing here. Because this is still wet, I'll go back into this. I just didn't want a dried edge. I should have done that before, really. I don't want them to dry. I might get in the way here, but so I do apologise in advance. What's the best brush to use? Let me know. Just one stroke. And same again, but smaller. As you can see, we're getting a hard edge. And we've only got one there. And now, just... So I'm in the way, sorry, I think, but I'll be able to. Just replicate that. Ish. Don't have to be too precise. Keep mopping them up. Look. And we can take a bit out. Possibly a bit darker. Because that first wash, I like a base now. Like a base wash. Dark like that. Don't go too mad. I'm going to play about with this in a minute. Right. Some lavender. Some anything. The legs need to be darker, I think. That main dome. Ooh, it's gone green. Oops. Just let it mix on the paper. I'm just playing about here, don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm bothered. Just a sign of a roof there. And these bits. And from there. Got some lavender again. And now, get a little flat brush, hopefully. That one? No? There's my little flat brush. I should get more organised. That's looking a bit dangerous. So I'll get some thick paint, same colours. I've not even gone into my yellow ochre. This is just 4 colours. I shall just impressing the boat, and it's also being used as a brake for that pen. That's a shame that didn't work. It's got darker. And there, some dark spots. And some of the posts. And I think I'll get a bigger flat brush, do exactly the same on the other side. And there somewhere. I might go off the page with this. That's I like the top bit, but the bottom bits I'm not liking at the moment. This bit, I don't know what to do with that. Might need a bit of blue. So I'm running into it, I think. We're just playing about here, but I keep darkening this edge as well. But just keep your eye on this. I'm going to wait for that background to totally dry. Sorry, virtually totally dry. So that's painted itself. I haven't done anything there. I shall just get some water. Just missing something here. Thinking of the boat. Some human life wouldn't go amiss, I suppose. So I'll sort of connect things. It's better. Just leave it there. Not sure. I'll say within 15-20 minutes. That foreground is doing me head in. Need a bit of colour there. That's better. Let's go a bit darker though, because that's going to... Oh. That's going to dry a lot lighter. Just rapid strokes. And I'll get my lavender now. I've got some lavender in the palette, but when it dries it sets. So I'll get some fresh stuff. There's only 5, well, I've only used 4 colours yet. I'll just go into, because that's nearly dry, that. Some spatter. I didn't really want it there. I go through kitchen roll like anybody's business, but I use that as a brush basically. What we can do, we can a bit of smoke. Still think that's a bit weak. Foreground. So I'm looking for things to change now. Or not change, to looking for things to do that means I'm coming to the end. I might get some neat cobalt blue. You can also bake me your fingers as well. Oops, what's that? Cobalt blue. I'll just cut the camera off a minute because it does cut out after about 18 minutes. So I'll just stop and start it, you won't see anything different. Right, we're back literally 10 seconds later. And some neat cobalt blue. Take a bit of colour towards the front. More this side. Oh, it's preserve some of that white. Oops, I don't know what that is. But now we've got that cobalt blue. I'm messing about now. Painting should have been job done. I'm on the way to the pub now. On my day off, Saturday. Just to prove it's live, it's Saturday, it's about 11 o'clock. Pub time in a bit. FA Cup day. Which I'm not really looking forward to be honest. I still think that needs to be darker. Just round there. Round here. That's better. I'm not too mad there. Nice runs. That run there, total accidentally even. No. That was us. Might put some of that lavender in there. Because it's in the painting. Bit of bright blue. Lavender mixed with the cobalt. Bits in there as well. Just let it paint itself. And I'm just going to let that dry off a bit then and come back. I might put a bit of white. Just for you. Stephen. Oh, that's terrible. So I'll get rid of that. That little stencil brush that you used. Last time I did that, it was full of paint. I made a mess. I'm in danger of doing again. I'll use a clean towel. And I'm going to leave that to dry and come back. I still think we're not dark enough there. Oh, it's not messing about, Stephen. Oh, I've destroyed the white bits. Put some more in. That's better. Tonally, it's linked. I'm not keen on that. I just think I'll just have that as a block of colour. I'll let that drip down. Just let the viewer decide what's happening there, because I don't know. I get a bit of white. Hey, right. Now what we need done. I'll go straight into my white now. Gouache, gouache, whatever you call it. And I'll just put a little bit of white in places. Not much. Probably won't even see it. Oh, I didn't want that. Oh no, that'll do. That is a rope. It is now. Don't go back and play with it. Right, I'll just let that dry. A nice little signature there. That's a bit of the open, isn't it? Yeah. And I think we're done. Right, I'll be back in a bit just to take the tape off. I'll see you in a bit. I'll go get change. Ready for the pub. See you in a bit. Right, I think it's had sufficient drying time. Still wet in places, but I'll take the tape off. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's just that sky looks at before I took the tape off looked white, but it's just discernible. This way it could be a bit wet. It's just a little simple exercise for Saturday morning. See, they're still pools then. They could have still been a bit darker. It doesn't matter. I shall put a little squiggle on it. Oh, that's still wet. I'll sand it later on. But anyway, now we got this little brush. We'll put some little birdies in. Not bad. Still wet. Yeah, I might add a figure or something there later on. I don't think so. that is still, that should have been, I'm tempted to make that darker now. I don't know, I think I'll let it dry. Might glaze over it, but I don't normally do that. But this is what it's turned out like. It's just a nice little simple exercise, nice little panoramic. Just have a go. It's 4 colours, 5, just a couple of washes, 20 minutes. So take care all, I shall see you again. Bye.